Hi everyone, welcome back to the Vinyl Vault. I hope you're all okay. I don't normally do weekday videos, but I thought I'd do this one standalone to the other stuff that I picked up on the weekend, just so, well, if there's any hip-hop fans out there, any hip-hop collectors, vinyl collectors that are interested in what I picked up, then this is the video for you. If not, I'm sure I'll be doing other videos that may well suit your tastes in time to come. So if you're into hip-hop, stick with me. This was from a gentleman that had quite a lot of records. These are all £3 each. I didn't take all of the hip-hop. A lot of them were, well, a lot of these are pretty trashed. I was going to say a lot of them are trashed. A lot of these are trashed, but I did pick up some of the, what I would call the rarer titles, even though they got like Q-burn and scratches and marks and that, and they've been well played. But for the because some of them are just classics, I just bought them anyway. So this is Tommy Boy's Greatest Beats. This should have been a double LP, but one of the albums is missing, so there's only one in here. This is the one in here is the one with the 3D mega mix on it. So that's the main one. The other side of this album's not amazing, but the other LP that should have been in it is the one that had some of the better tracks on it, and that would have been things like Jazzy Sensation, Planet Rock, Play at Your Own Risk, Pack Jam, that sort of thing. Let me just show you some of that. So yeah, a bit of a shame didn't have the other LP, and that's the classic Tommy Boy logo with the characters in their vintage t-shirts and Puma States and shell toes and all that sort of stuff. So that's Greatest Beats. Then I don't know, did I say the price? These were all, forgive me if I've said it already, these were £3 each. There were a lot of other records, but I just took the ones that I liked. This is The Message. Now this is the original US import on Sugar Hill. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 with Millie Mel, and this is 1982. Again, this is a US copy, and this one isn't too bad. Isn't too bad condition wise. Probably one of the better ones in this box. Some of the others have got, been sort of, well, if you know anything about back in the day, people were just putting these records on turntables without slip mats and just trying to do scratching and stuff, and it just ended up burning and damaging all the vinyl. But that's sort of expected from a hip hop collection. So this is DST, the home of hip hop, big classic hip hop record. Is this 83? I can't quite remember. So big record, this one. I'm guessing 83. I can't quite remember. And this one is again, this is pretty beat up, and you can see some DJ had been using labels, probably to stop stickers in the centre of the label, probably to stop the record jumping about when they were scratching, because that was a common thing to do. So yeah, that's DST, the home of hip hop. And I have guessed at 83. I think that is probably 83. Doesn't say, but I'm quite sure that's probably about right. Then we have another big Tommy Boy release. This is Pack Jam, and this is on the, although it's beaten up, it's on the early Tommy Boy. It was like a pale blue logo. So this is one of the early pressings. Again, this doesn't have a year on it. Now this is Pack Jam. This is, I'm going to say this is 83 as well. So let's put it out and show you. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have the correct Tommy Boy sleeve, and this one is well marked up with Q-burn. But as you may or may not know, this has got, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to get it in the thing. It's got the Frankfurt Wayne stamp, which is iconic pressing stamp to hip hop collectors. And then unfortunately this side has got, if I can get it in shot, you can see the Q-burn and stuff there, so a bit of a shame, but for the price, I'm not going to complain. And as I say, hip hop records don't, in fact, I've been sort of running this channel or producing videos on this channel for probably about 2.5 years now, and I don't know that I found any hip hop records. Maybe the odd one or two, maybe a De La Soul album, something like that. But you just don't find them. Right, this is a heavy hitting tune. This is David DMX one for the treble. Looks like it was originally bought from Tower Records. This was a hard-hitting, heavy b-boy hip-hop tune early. Again, someone's marked out for cutting and scratching. Got centre labels and an orange dot for cutting and scratching. You can see loads of wear on the label and so on, but absolutely hard-hitting tune. Dave DMX, big tune. I think that's 84. Actually love that tune. Oh, interestingly enough, look on the back of the sleeve, it's got a 12-inch import sticker. So anyone was buying records back in the day from Tower Records, probably in London and so on, they would have been importing them from New York. This is another Tommy Boy release. This is in the correct sleeve, although a bit of ring wear. This is a Planet Rock Soul Sonic Force 82, pale light Tommy Boy label, so that's one of the first, not the first pressing. I think the first pressing was on an orange Tommy Boy label before they switched to this logo. And again, this one is heavily marked up, but classic record. Some sticker residue on the label there on that side, but big tune. Again, Frankfurt Wayne, I'm not sure you can pick it up, Frankfurt Wayne details of stamping and run out. So even though they're marked up and you're going to play possibly with some crackle and jump and so on for £3 each, they're well worth it. Especially these imports, nice to see import records. This one's slightly later. This is Kid and Play, Do This My Way. I think this is 88. This is a US one, but it doesn't have the inner sleeve. Now this is actually quite clean. This is a good VG Plus or better. Do This My Way, great tune. Kid and Play, brilliant group back in the day. I'm not sure who produced it, but they were using some great breaks and stuff on there. Herbie Lovebug, apparently. And then we've got Eric B and Rakim. I know you got soul, absolutely hard hitting Eric B and Rakim tune. This I think is 87. Yeah, 87. 4th and Broadway, US copy. Again, this one doesn't have its inner, and it's a bit grubby, a bit marked up. But that will clean up. It's just like a bit of old mould, but that will clean up nice. Then we've got one of the 2 Beat Street LPs, soundtrack LPs came. There was 2. One was pink, with a pink cover. One was had a yellow cover. This one I think has got this has got Breaker's Revenge on it. So a big b-boy anthem from back in the day. This is going to be 84. So classic cult hip hop film. Beat Street. Condition of this is quite good. It's like a European press. Quite nice, quite clean. Don't see that. Don't see this that much really. These sort of things, these and the electro albums, sort of used to be loads of them in the late 80s, early 90s, but these things have ended up in people's record collections, so they don't turn up as much anymore. And then we've got DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince. Great DJ, Jazzy Jeff, and you all know Fresh Prince. This is 1987 on Champion, UK pressing, and this is called Rock the House. Now the tune on here for me, actually this was bought in HMV for £6.49. The tune on here for me is A Touch of Jazz. If you've not heard A Touch of Jazz, pull it up, have a listen, really good, like compilation of classic sort of funky jazz tunes mixed up and cut up by Jazzy Jeff. Then we've got Grandmaster Flash, The Source. I think this is 87, I think. No, this is 86, so a bit earlier than I thought. 86, the tune that I remember the most for me is Fastest Man Alive, used to like that. But there they all are. Sitting on the, looks like they're sitting on the side of a subway station. What label's that on? That's on Electro. Then we've got another import. This is Two Sisters, B-Boys Beware, Sugar Scoop. I think this is 84. No, this is 83. It's 83. This is, I'm going to guess, I'm not 100% sure, I think this was Man Parrish produced this. Not entirely sure, but I think it's Man Parrish. Okay, so it's got quite a few marks and so on it, but it's just nice to see an import copy, and I enjoy playing it. Even if it's got crackle, I will enjoy that. I'll reminisce on those old school days. I mean, years ago I did have all these records and more. I was a hip hop head back in the day, so I had all of these, like this for example, Breakdance and Electric Boogie. I would have had this on a US copy. I was buying imports back in the day. Did have a few UK things, but yeah, big fan of the original US press-ins. Let Your Mind Be Free on the flip of that, but the big one, Breakdance Electric Boogie, big heavy tune, classic. Another classic tune, Nucleus, Jam on Revenge, Wiki Wiki song. Is this 83? Yeah, 83. But this is the UK on Beckett Records. This is licensed from Sunnyview, I believe. Yeah, Sunnyview Records. And oh, that is the A side actually. Big tune, great. Surely, even if you're not a hip hop head, you must remember that from back in the day. This is Houdini, Friends. Freaks Come Out at Night. 85, I'm going to say. 84. And this is UK pressing on Jive. This one does turn up. This was obviously a good seller. This is Curtis Blow, If I Ruled the World. I see this quite often actually. This is 85 on Club Records UK pressing. This person had some quite good records, to be honest. This is early. This is 79. This is Christmas Wrapping by Curtis Blow. So this is probably, well, not probably. This 79 was the first year rap records got pressed. So this is from 79. So this was, I don't know where it is in the scale of first releases, but yeah, the first rap records were pressed in 79. And Curtis Blow did really well. Early MC, pioneer, did some good tunes. One of my favourites is The Breaks. Then we've got something slightly later. This is 85. This is Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew. This is The Show on US Records, part of Fantasy. It's a reality label, and it's got Lardy Dardy on the flip with MC. It says Dougie Fresh, MC Ricky D. Yeah, that's, yeah, that is it's 85. Okay, then the Unknown DJ, 808 Beats. I've never had it like this before. I had it on I think I had it on Techno Hop Records out of LA back in the day. This is a European press. This is actually made in Belgium. Big electro tune, and I think the original's 84, but when I picked this up, I think, yeah, this is 85, but I think the original US Techno Hop pressing is 84 from memory, but we'll have to check that. So it's 808 Beats, big electro tune. I think that was on one of the Street Sounds Electro albums. Here's another classic, Grandmaster Melly Mel and the Furious 5, Pump Me Up. This is 85. Sugar Hill, UK Sugar Hill label. So some real classics in here. This one's unusual. This is a UK artist. This is Grandmaster Richie Rich. I think Richie Rich was from London. I'm not sure exactly what part. I think he was over. I'm not sure. I was going to say maybe Streatham way, but I'm not actually sure. I could be totally wrong on that. So just forget I even said that. Yeah. So Richie Rich. This is Check It Out on Spin-Offs. It might have been from North London actually. I've got a feeling Spin-Offs was North London, but I could be talking rubbish. Yeah, so Richie Rich was a UK artist. I think this is 85. Really good tune. Done a few tunes. And then this one of my favourites. This is Ray Gunomics, Project Future. This is 83. This was on Electro 1. If you were into your electro albums, this is a really good tune. Absolutely love that, classic electro. This one's slightly later. This is Salt and Pepper, purchased from HMV for £3.49. This is Push It. This is 1988 and FFRR label. I was in New York some time ago, a number of years back, and I was in a taxi and we went by that mural on the wall. It's still there, believe it or not. Well, it was. And this is 88, so that's some time ago. So Salt and Pepper. This is a big hit. This is a UK pressing. Then we've got, okay, this is probably one of the best groups to come out of the UK hip hop wise from back in the day. This is Hijack. This is The Bad Man Is Robin. This is really unusual because it's actually got a CBS promotional sticker up here. So there's a bit of a cult Britcore following for Hijack. Great group. This is 89. This sort of on the, this was, it had the backing of Ice-T, and it was on the, I think you call that the Rhyme and Reason Syndicate label. I think that's what it was called. I think that's what that sort of, I think that's what that stands for. I could be wrong. And this is, let me remember, this is MC Comanche Sly, London MC, and DJ Supreme. And yeah, this was from the legendary UK hip hop album Horns of Jericho, classic. Then we've got Shantae, Go On Girl. This is 88, yeah, 88, A&M Records, another big tune. Shantae, without a doubt, in my mind, the greatest female MC to ever grace this planet. Then we've got, I think this is 83, this is In the Bottle, COD. Again, I've got a feeling this is something to do with Man Parrish. Yeah, I think it says Paul Rodriguez. I think that might be Man Parrish, who done some classics himself, like Hip Hop Bebop and Boogie Down Bronx. Then back to a UK London, the London Posse. This is slightly later. This is, I was going to say this is 90s. Yeah, this is 91. This is Jump Around. Love this tune. Quite a fast tempo track. Really good. London Posse got a classic cult UK hip hop following. But that's a big tune. Then we've got the Doc, Portrait of a Masterpiece. This is the UK press. Now, from memory, I think this is the preferred one to have. This has got a hit, I think it's this mix, the hip hop 12-inch extended, I think, or maybe it's the album version. One of them's got a really like heavy drum break, really good, really up tempo. Love that one. Another one of my favourites. This is, let's get it around the right way. This is a JVC Force, Strong Island, big tune. Hard hitting underground hip hop. This is, I was going to say this has got to be, yeah, this says 88. I was going to say 88 or 87, but this is dated 88. This is Strong Island on this side, and it's got JVC, sorry, that was JVC Force, and then it's got Levi 167, Something Fresh to Swing To. Unusual tune, but again, equally good. And I love this sort of Marvel Effect UK street sounds. Well, it says B-Boy Records, but I believe it was part of UK Street Sounds. So that was a good tune. Another classic. This is Roxanne Shantae live on stage. This one says promo copy, strictly not for resale, which is a nice little touch. I'm going to say this is 88. I mean, Shantae had some of her greatest stuff in that sort of 87, 88, 89, that era. Sorry, didn't show the label. Breakout label. Again, greatest female MC. This is Shantae again, independent woman. Again, promo copy. Not sure how they got their hands on promo copy. Mixed by Marley Marl, and then other mixes by CJ McIntosh. So what, is this 89 as well then? This is, yeah, this is 89 as well. So it would have been on Cold Chillin' label in the US. Okay, here's another UK artist. This is Overlord X, Weapon Is My Lyric. Bit of artwork on the rear. I think this is, yeah, 89, and Overlord X was from the east side. He was from Hackney Way. and yeah, done some good tunes over Lord X. Then we have Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, It Takes Two. So you probably all know that, even if you're not a hip hop head, you probably know this tune. This is actually the LP. This is a European press by the looks of it, on 1988. So this has got multiple tracks on it, as it's the LP, but in here I believe is also It Takes Two, the single, which was a massive tune. We've also got My Philosophy, Boogie Down Productions. That's a DJ promotional copy on Jive. BDP, so that's KRS-One, and Scott the Rock. Great tune. Here's the It Takes Two 12. This one's a bit dusty. Tough Audio Mix. Got a feeling Tough Audio Mix is the mix by Derek B, but I might not be totally right there, but that's what it looks like. Classic big tune. Now this one's a bit beaten up, and this is a lot later. This is a lot later. This is the Beat Nuts Off the Books featuring Big Punisher and Cuban Link. This has got to be late 90s, 1997. So that's definitely a later tune. But this was a good tune as well. That's the label. Beat Nuts. They've done some good stuff. Then we've got Naughty by Nature, OPP. This is a nice copy because it's got the embossed promotional use gold stamp on it, and this is 91. I was going to say 88, but I'm out of touch there. 91, OPP, Tommy Boy. But by the time this come out, they sort of dropped the 3 sort of B-boy logo thing and just gone to the words. Well, I say that, it is on the back down there actually, but it's not on the label. Anyway, so that's Naughty by Nature, which you all probably know. Remember that tune? Another big tune, De La Soul, I Know. This is unusual because this is European. I didn't have it like this. I think I had it on Tommy Boy. This is 1989, but this is like a European press. Then we've got a UK copy of I Know You Got Soul, Eric B and Rakim. This is 6 minutes. This is the Double Trouble remix, 6 minutes of soul. I think this is yeah, it's got a Norman Cook remix on it. I think this is the better remix from memory. Then we have Jungle Brothers meets Richie Rich meets the Jungle Brothers, sorry. I'll House You. Bit of a sort of house crossover tune. But I'll tell you, the standout tune on here is Straight Out of the Jungle. Lovely looking label. It's sort of white, black and gold label. Really nice. And this is the side that I like. This is Straight Out of the Jungle. Well, both sides are okay. Straight Out of the Jungle, which is a good tune. And what year is this one? I'm going to say 88, but is it on the label? Yeah, 88. So Jungle Brothers. Then we have, now this isn't strictly hip hop, but it is Mantronic. This is Joyce Sims, All in All, big club tune. And yeah, Mantronic from Mantronics. Okay, this has got to be, what, 91? 90. So this is LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, and he said the Booming System. This is Mama Said Knock You Out. This is the LP. It has got the Booming System on it, but obviously it's got Mama Said Knock You Out, which is the big hard hitter. Def Jam, slight damage to the sleeve on this one, unfortunately. Actually, the vinyl's quite nice on this. So it's LL. As I say, you don't really see much hip hop at the Boots House. I mean, to be honest, you sometimes see it at record fairs, but even in record shops, it's hard to get the good titles. They get snapped up. Then we've got Eric B and Rakim, Follow the Leader album. This was £5.99 when it came out. and this is a classic album. I mean, Eric B and Rakim were just like on fire. This has got Follow the Leader, Microphone Fiend, Lyrics of Fury, Just a Beat, The R, Put Your Hands Together. Brilliant. This is 88. Brilliant album. On MCA. Brilliant album, love that. Now this is one I didn't own back in the day, but it was in the pile, so I've taken it. Didn't have an inner sleeve. This is Eminem. Stan wasn't a big Eminem fan at all. I wasn't a fan of his at all, to be totally honest, but I'll give this a play, probably grow on me. What year? This is going to be 90s. No, 2000. 2000, so yeah, I wasn't really buying the hip hop. Changed a bit then. I was into the early hip hop electro and sort of into the golden era, and then I just sort of lost the faith really. This is Cool Mo D, How You Like Me Now. Battle record going back at LL for, I mean, they had a long running battle. This is 87. This will be retaliating for something. Can't remember what records they were retaliating to each other with, because it's quite a long time ago. But Cool Mo D was in the Treacherous Three, early pioneer on when he was on the Enjoy label. Then we've got, this is Classical 2, Next Generation. This is, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if this is something to do with Teddy Riley, but anyway, Next Generation is a classic sort of hip hop record. I'm going to guess it's 87. I was going to say I think it's 88, it's 87. Yeah, quite nice to see that on import. And then the last one, Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force, Renegades of Funk. Very famous sort of cartoon hand-drawn sort of artwork. What do you call it? Sort of a comic book artwork from '84. UK pressing. So yeah, quite a nice, the best hip hop collection I've ever found at a boot sale, and some quite nice titles. Conditions pretty beat up, but that's what you expect from hip hop, because as I say, people just was trying to scratch it on the turntable and all sorts. But yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in. That was my weekday, one of my first, I think, weekday videos. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the weekend when I find well, depending on whatever I find I'll show you anyway. Peace.